This is Making Sense of Life and Reality. This is Making Sense of Life and Reality. I'm your host, Angel Michael. I'll be holding some solo sessions. Um, since it's a new year, since we just turned a year older, personally and the podcast too. And with that, we thought to sit back and look at the journey of since making Sense Nation podcast, because that's what it started out to be as. It started out as Sense Nation podcast, and now the tagline is still making sense of life and reality. That has always been the core of it all. With that, I feel, you see, not even more than feel. It's the observation of, once you make sense of something, things are never ever the same again. And for the better. You wise up. You know what's up. You know what happens, and with that, you're like, that is what happens when that happens. So how about not having, going down that road to see how that happens? With that, now you become a better person to be like, that is not for me. And so yeah, making sense of life and reality. Just been looking back at where all this started, and like this is a book I had from back then. This is like a little bit before COVID. I had an accident, my first near-death experience. And I know I've spoken about it in previous episodes a lot, and really it's I think I came to see life being something very different from that day. I'm going forward, some stupid things that I used to do before, and you realize, man, some reactions, a lot of things really do change as you grow up. To be like, yo, there was a time I was young and I was stupid, and truly now I can say I'm old, and wiser than I was before. And this is something so personal, and that actually making sense of life and reality is, comes to a point of being so personal. And with this, I'm speaking to the person, I'm speaking to the speaking to the self, because I think we've had it time and time again where we are, the world is a reflection of you, and with that comes the part of, we just like the next person. So for what is good for you might be good for the next person. Spiritual, we always have to get into the Bible, because personally I think the Bible holds a lot of knowledge and truth in it for us to be able to make sense of life and reality. And the basic part of that, who is God, what happened before, there were rules and laws, and we even get pastors and the whole church ministry, church and pastoral and priests and evangelists, bishops. I don't know the division of all those, but again, to the part that they do play to help us understand what is in the Bible, to help us, it's knowledge and wisdom, and as I said before, truth to be able to work out our own lives and our own realities from the point of self, right? Don't forget that. So with this, I'll have a lot of references from the Bible, because damn, because you got, because it just holds so much. And making sense of life and reality is looking at a lot of truths and a lot of logic, a lot of and sift through all the alternatives of this. It's true, this sift through the lies to know what's the lie, what's the truth, to know what is good, what is a good, what is a bad, what is life. I say a lot of times life is the gift, am, because it is the gift. And having coming from places where it's threatened to you see yourself die, you see there's no hope here, this is goodbye, or see another person do that, or go through some experiences, you're like, yo, what I have, I can not have it anymore, and it really does open the eyes in a different way. And because of the eyes being open in a different way, you see things in a very different way. And I was looking at previous episodes that I've done, and there's this one with Lucy Ann Wawero, who's a professional mom. Because by the time we're doing the interview, she was saying she's been a mom for 40 years. 40 years. And this is not just being a mom. Personally, is to society, right? She's a counselor, she's an author, she's a teacher. So when you combine all this, you can only just be a mom for who you are, and having actually seen things in a certain way, it makes sense, and be able to see things differently, especially when you get to such kind of a place. And now because you combine all this, you just get a professional mom. But again, let's go down to the quote she said was she got from her professor. It says, the fire of our thoughts boils the waters of our emotions to produce the steam of our behaviors. So with that is the fire of our thoughts. Whatever you put in your thoughts, that's the fire, And with that fire boils the waters of our emotions. So something good, if you got some good fire, if you have some good thoughts, that is what will fire the waters of your emotions. And naturally, through physics, water has to get that point, the boiling point. If it gets that out, right? And of the steam, the whatever is boiling within that. So it's good comes out. It's bad, boil bad, act bad, right? And with this, Angel Michael, being the the cartoons, the illustrations of the angel on one side, the devil on the other side. So this is a metaphor for internal moral conflict. It represents the tug of war between doing the right thing, represented by the angel, and giving in to temptation or unethical practices or impulses, which is represented by the devil, right? And the angel symbolizes conscience, morality, and long-term consequences. It urges you to make the virtuous or responsible choice. Angel Michael, that's what I'm trying to bring out here, is to make sense of life and reality, to be like, damn, cost benefit analysis of good and bad, maybe just be, the only thing I want us to pile up is just good on good on good. And yes, at times, just like when you get saved, when you become a Christian, and from other Christians, they tell you it's not that life just becomes easy because now you become saved. Is you'll be waking up day in, every day, going through the challenges, and now this time you just know you're not on your own. This time, there's Jesus, there's the Holy Spirit, there's God, there's the aspect of good, that you'll be able to go through the same situation. And again, this time is just a little bit more better, because self is just better equipped. It's not alone anymore. Okay, and inherently I feel everybody wants good, because whenever somebody does you bad, it always comes in a certain way. The look, the feel, and especially when it's coming bad, you're like, really, so, because it's inherently in us, we just have, be the angel to come and let you know, like, wagwan, don't let go of that, because long-term consequences are so much better. It's karma. We're talking about karma. Is you working towards your good karma. So in Jamaica, urging you to have, to work with your angel today. In Jamaica, we just showcase and highlight, and I'll be out here to just show you on why we need to highlight why we're making sense of life and reality. And with that, because life is the gift, you make sense of life and reality in the right way. You just continue shooting and going forth, going towards your highest potential as a person, as a man, as a woman, as being alive. Because life is a gift, you have a chance to do something about it. Life is rough, life is tough, things may never be enough, but still this, you have the chance for it to be just at, you have the power to act. You have the power to act and act in the right way. But again, even just going back to the quote by Luciano Airo that she said, "The fire of our thoughts boils the waters of our emotions to produce the steam of our behavior." Our behaviors are definitely how we act on it. So, just for good karma, I wish you to make sense. And remember, we're making sense for better, to be better, to do better. In making sense of life and reality, look at life as this general thing is, we're alive, that's like the life part. And reality is now very individual, very personal to each and every individual. It's so funny that I actually find, despite having even one household of, even say the brothers or their sisters, even when you say it's same gender, we still come out to see each and every child being their own personality. And with that, still, just based on that, they may live in the same environment, for the first 20 years of their lives, from the day you're born to the day you're done with school and get out to the world. You're a man, you're a lady now. You're not a woman, but you're a lady. And getting to that point, you're like, you need to get out fend out in the world, right? Being responsible. Each and every child being their own personality, and we're gonna use our responsibility and power out there to make a way for yourself through skill, through whatever we do. What it is that you go through, being the angel out here. Because from another definition is, in movies and cartoons, the struggle for self-control is often portrayed as the devil on one shoulder and encouraging impulsive behavior, and the angel on the other, urging control. So with this, I'm seeing so many things getting out of control, and at times I'm like, man, we are losing our own control. We're not making sense of that situation, of this reality that you're coming to find yourself in, and at times it really comes with a lot of costs. Riding a bike, the cost of losing control, fracturing, having cars, and actually as a biker you just see a lot of times when cars just come and it's usually so surreal. You're like, damn, if it's a biker, it's detrimental. You have to fall in, you have to just, and with that come with the force is a fracture or a fracture. Damn. I need now more healing. But again, getting out of control, things really do get out of control, and it's such a big ripple effect that you're like, damn, I can't wait for things to get back to normal. So, being the angel with this definition, I'm out here urging for control. I'm urging, and especially when urging for control, having made sense of life and reality and of their situation at the moment, is for you to be known. You have options, you have choices. It doesn't always just like just lost everything and now you get into panic or some erratic behaviors and some low level, so low energy, low frequency kind of options are what are open to you at the moment. Because at times, some split second stuff, if you just said with the same energy you did something, you could have done something different. You could have had a whole different situation, right? So adding control, adding for your good side, for your conscience side, for you to get to in the choices that you do have, to make the right choices, to save yourself first, because first and foremost, as my mother has told me multiple times, these things affect you first before they affect anybody else. They affect you first. So with that, at a point of maybe adds all in your places of work, in your places of life, you being this, you're just being who you be, man, woman, boy, girl, professional worker, driver, doctor, engineer, salesperson, everybody, every life. Remember, life is the gift. So for everybody, every self, I urge of you to make sense of your life and your reality for better. And I urge you to pick on the right choices that you need to pick on today, and get entangled into things are not hazikujengi. Nataka kujenga nataka vitu zina kujenga zikujenge. Zingine you have an option of saying no and going, but damn, still, even with all this good, when you speak about the yin and the yang, and you're like, for all the good that we are still pushing forward for, there's still, you still need to be aware of the bad. And be safe out there, be alert. Take care of this life, which is a gift, and keep yourselves from harm's way. Having made sense of life and reality, how to maneuver smoothly, softly. Vitu zingine si lazima. You just get into so much drama. You're like, yo, wagwan, chillax, just relax. Maybe find better ways to do what you need to do. Having made sense of life and reality. And good is good, good will always stand for itself. Even if they don't see it now, the day they make sense of it will be good, will always be good. Bad will always be bad. I would love to introduce these sessions too, because I feel I have a lot to say. And spreads good energy at the end of the day is what kind of energy are we getting out here? Because again, our environments really do play a part play its part on us. So if we also have good influence in the environment, I think it will have good influence back to us, right? So with that, as Angel Michael, I really want to post more and more good energy out there. So every time even you listen to it, you just in your time, you just I feel crazy, I feel mad, I feel annoyed, I feel frustrated, and I want you to, if you get a clip of this, to be like, man, life is the gift. I have choices and options. I can choose good options. I have good options. Because at times you don't even know you have good options. Damn. So just making sense that you do have good options will actually bringing that to awareness. Next time when you're locked out and you're like, man, I don't have good options, you're like, oh, no, I've had to have good options. And with that, being aware of that, at least now gives you even time and space to be able to look around to see what good options do I have. So that is Angel Michael. Something simple like this, like that, but good energy is what I'm asking of all of us, of every self, to bring forward today, because in the evening the sun is fading away. That's the end of the day, and that happens every day. Sun come up, sun will go down, and another day comes through. New challenges, new opportunities, and with all of this, I just want the self to be in its element, to be in its element, because it is within us, right? So I really hope for us to be in our element, to be able to play our role every day, to live life purposefully every day, to be grateful every day, because with that really does open up other opportunities. It really does open just how we get to live our lives and our realities. So making sense of life and reality for better is the mission, my boys. It's the mission, my brothers. It's the mission, my sisters. I've been raised by my mother. It's me and my sister raised by our amazing mom, and with that, I really do know how seeing great men out there. So I know how great men can be, and I also know how great women are. With the care and the love and the responsibility, having seen my mom do her thing, to see my sister grow up to be who she is, just shows you the potential in life, in growth, in day out, just living. Discovery. You're making sense of life and reality for you to get to discover more in your own lives and in your own realities. That is better. Discover better. You will see worse, because again, there's still the yin and the yang. And these are those times where life is the ups and downs. This is the part of the downs. But still, when you go back up and you sit down, and you be telling stories of of the down parts, of the dark parts, and just like that, you're just like, yo, life has all of this. And I was just listening to Muji Baba, Mujiji. You can check him on YouTube, and he really speaks about the self. Kind of trying to know who the self is. And with this, he said, in life, everything is always changing. Everything is always changing, and even with that, is for you to see that things are changing, there must be something that is observing that is not changing, to see that things are changing. And he said, if you can get to know that part of yourself, for you to find the self is to find that part that is never moving. When you complain about my house, my life, when you lose your life, it is your life you're losing. It's not, you're not losing you. You are losing your life. So, in the essence of this is, in finding the self, you come down to find out that you have to be grounded to find the self. So the self is so grounded, the self is so in there, so within you, that it takes a journey to actually even find the self. But once you find it, you come and realize how things will always be changing. But again, you don't need to keep changing, because the self is well grounded. By the time you're making sense of life and reality, talking to the self, Because when once that is well grounded, and even in the changing times, you, the self, will always be there. Be still and know that I am God. Coming from the Bible again. Being still, you have to find the self. And once you find the self, you're able to be still. Because now you know what is what. Man was made to take care of the world, of the earth. And in bad energy we can see the destruction and oppression and unethical impulses that you're talking about. So just coming back to this other side, I'm like, yo, Angel Michael coming through and asking of you to like, yo, life is the gift. And with that, with good energy, with doing the right things, taking care of the earth the right way, taking care of the next person, be your brother's keeper, be do unto others as you will have them do unto you. And with that, you will know what's good, you will know what's bad. If it's bad for you to receive it like that, you're like, hey, yo, maybe it's bad for me to even give it like that. If it's feels good to get it like that, it might be good to give it like that too. So spread the good energy today. It's good karma. The good does have good karma, the bad has bad karma. So as we're making sense of all of this, maybe we get to create some good karma today, and help another person to be aware of that. And may we be individuals, selves, and a community of selves that really do make sense for better, individually, collectively. So Angel Michael, please stay blessed. Remember, life is the gift, and whatever you're going through, I wish you all the best in it. Angel Michael. This is Making Sense of Life and Reality.